Some people are thriving in this environment and couldn't be happier and doing any better, and others are not. It's all about strategy, and the strategy is to reduce poverty in Larimer County by 50% by 2025.
I would define poverty as the inability to meet one's basic needs or the inability to move forward with one's life. There are a lot of misconceptions about the people we serve. I think there's a stereotype, generally speaking, that the people we serve aren't trying, that they don't care, that they're lazy, that they're choosing this.
So I grew up in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I was raised on welfare. That's kind of all I knew as a child, food stamps and welfare. That's what, my mom did. She always was dealing with the cliff effect. Like, when she'd get a job, things would get cut off, so then she'd quit her job so that way she could continue to support us. So I left Cheyenne and came here. My mom passed away when I was 19, so from then on I was kind of not necessarily all the way on my own. My grandma and stuff was around. It's just I needed to leave that town because there was lots of drugs and I got mixed with the wrong crowds. So came here, not necessarily have the best start off here, but eventually I pulled myself out of that and straightened my life up by using resources that I could just to get out of that situation and off of assistance. So
there's really no one person who personifies the work that we do, or one family that represents all of the struggles that the people we serve face. We serve people who are highly educated, we serve people who don't have an education, we serve people of all demographic backgrounds, we serve families, we serve individuals, we serve kids, we serve adults, we serve seniors, we serve people with and without disabilities, and really it's one of the more challenging aspects when you're working with people who are homeless. You need to be also working to address all of the associated issues that both impact and are impacted by homelessness.
It's really about getting out in front of the problems instead of just coming along behind and fixing things, because that's really where the community chest, the community fund, the United Way has been, how it's been operating for over 100 years, and there's just a lot greater need to pick up the pieces of our community that don't fit into anybody's bucket, and that has been to become kind of the backbone of the community and help coordinate and collaborate with other organizations that are all trying to make things better for kids and families and for everyone.
Once we've recognized that there are problems, that the community does have problems related to poverty and homelessness, there are so many tools that we can use and are using to address those issues, whether that be employment programs or housing programs or mental health programs. There are a ton of organizations, a ton of individuals out there doing amazing things for people, and we need to continue to do those things.
Volunteerism is a big way for people to contribute their talents to the organizations providing services, and it's a way that volunteers can show up and learn more about what's going on in the community, because there's a lot to learn, especially for those who've not been here very long or now have the time to look around and ask what's going on here and how can I help. Now we're already underway with getting resources pulled together in a strategic way to fight poverty and to help kids get ready to go to school and learn, getting kids to succeed in school.
My favorite subject in school, I would say math, because I'm working on times and division, and I really love those two things about math.
Finish school, get ready to move into their career path, secondary education or training of some kind.
One of the things that we do here is we with our employment program, our Hand Up program, is we operate a career closet, which is basically a room full of career-related gear and interview clothes. So we can provide people with clothing to go to an interview and look professional, look the part. But then we can also provide people with the gear that they need to actually start jobs when they get them. So for example, if someone gets a job at a restaurant and needs non-slip shoes to start a job, it's not a huge thing. It doesn't seem like a huge thing. You can go out and get them for $15, $20 at Walmart. But for the people we're serving, that can be the difference between getting a job and not getting a job. And so we're able to help people with those basic things to at least get them in the door.
It can be really hard to reach out for assistance, especially if you're in a new place and you don't really have family around to kind of direct you to where to go. But seriously, I did find United Way, one of those flyers that tells you, you need this, call this, you need this, call this. So that's how I found the first place to get the assistance that I needed to get rolling and to find where do I go apply for food stamps and where do I go for this. So United Way was a great resource as far as that one goes.
We do want to do for ourselves. There's not loss of dignity in asking for help, but especially if you can give help that really is, to use the old phrase, teaching somebody to fish rather than giving them a fish. If you can help people thrive on their own, then that's what this is about.